Hey people, it is Squid-Boy back here with another wacky adventure, and you probably read the title, so I'm not going to explain what it is, but basically I am going to explain what it is, and I'm filling for time right now, get destroyed, so I'm gonna explain the Dream Manhunt series with the 3 hunters, or now the 4 hunters, whatever amount of hunters, 3 or 4. I'm going to explain how the hunters can win basically every time if they do this. But before then, I'd like to say I will not be inhaling as loud as that last part, but I also won't re-record it because I decided not to. But also, YouTube statistics subscribe thing, 0% subscribe now, something something. Basically, if you want the Cliff Notes version, the way the hunters can beat Dream is by making Dream fight them, because then Dream's fighting the hunters on the hunters' terms. See my Technoblade versus Dream video to see what I'm talking about. Shameless plug. Well, yeah, Squid-Boy, duh, obviously. The problem is that they can't get Dream to fight them because Dream's running away and stuff, and his goal isn't to fight them. Well, yes, this is true, Dream runs away. I'm about to explain how to avoid that scenario with my super tactical 1000 IQ play that's super complicated and will take years to master. Just craft a speed potion. Which, to be honest, is such an obvious thing to do. I'm starting to think there's a secret shadow ban on certain potion effects. Like, hear me out here. Like, remember that time when Dream crafted strength potions and killed the entire hunter team, and then just didn't do it again? But Squid-Boy, Dream needs the blaze powder in order to craft the Eyes of Ender. He can't do that. Well, it might be difficult for Dream to craft a strength potion, but you know what's not difficult to do? For them to craft a strength potion. It's reversible. There's no thing preventing them from crafting potions other than just being too lazy to look up the recipes. Alright, but so now that I've spewed that garbage for a while, I'm gonna go more in depth on what to specifically do when you start the game. Now this is important. When you first start, the first tool you're gonna want to craft is an axe, not a sword. Now I know what you might be thinking. He doesn't have a shield yet, so wouldn't a sword be better since he can't block? Well, that'd be good thinking, but you are wrong, person who doesn't exist. You see, well, yes, he doesn't have a shield. Axes do more damage, yes, at a slower rate. But since Dream is going to be running away, and you're not going to be able to hit him every half second, you might as well take the hit for hitting him harder, not as often. And also, don't craft a diamond sword. As much as you think it might be useful, it's not. He's Dream, and he is going to have a shield whether you like it or not. And I know what you're thinking, well no, duh, but actually some people who are the hunters, and by some people I do mean George Not Found, have yet to understand this. Oh yeah, and I'm an idiot, so I forgot to say this part earlier, and now I don't know where it would fit in. But basically, as of now, you're gonna want 3 people on Dream and 1 miner. For the 3-person manhunt, if they go back for whatever reason, you're gonna want 2 people on Dream and 1 miner. Basically, someone to get supplies, the others keep pressure on Dream to keep him from getting supplies. It's a pretty good system, I think. And while you're mining, you're gonna want to get these supplies. Mainly iron for armor and weapons and stuff, but you're also gonna want to get a couple diamonds for a pickaxe and an enchanting table, and then you're gonna want a crossbow, because crossbows are kinda low-key overpowered if you know how to use them. I mean, do you guys remember this clip?
Arrows, so they're shooting. This is not a dead end, you're fine. Oh. Oh, Techno Blade! Oh,
You
Techno
fools!
Blade!
You fools!
Now I want to focus mainly on the first kill because that's the one he used the crossbows for. But so he just unloaded 4 pre-loaded crossbow shots on that guy and he just got disintegrated. Now imagine 4 hunters all pointing 4 crossbows at a scared little baby green man. And so since wood and iron are pretty easy to get, you're just gonna want to get a ton of string. So find a mine shaft or kill a lot of spiders on your way there when it becomes nighttime, just to get that string to, you know, disintegrate him. The next step on the path to victory is learn how to use a flint and steel. The next step on the path of victory is craft a flint and steel. Flint and steel can be very useful. If you manage to light Dream on fire with a flint and steel, it'll cause armor ignoring fire damage as well as slow him down. The only real way to get out of the flint and steel fire is to either wait it out, which is slow, or water bucket yourself, which can also slow you down. And so because of the water bucket being the main way to get rid of flint and steel, just come up with a plan to get rid of the water bucket. Have an empty bucket in your hotbar. They'll also make it so Dream can ignore fall damage a lot less and stuff, you know, that'd be useful. Now I'll discuss some of the enchantments that'd be most useful for defeating Dream. The first one is kind of obvious. Feather falling boots would be extremely useful just because they're feather falling boots. Dream gets 90% of his kills from fall damage. Next you're going to want to, if you can possibly get it, Fire Aspect. Fire Aspect's almost impossible to get, but if you can get it, get it. It's even better than Flint and Steel. Next on the agenda of stupidly overpowered fire-based weapons, Flame Bow. Flame Bow good, that's enough said. And also blast protection would be very useful. I think protection would be a lot more useful, but blast protection pretty useful. You can avoid all the explodey thingies. Next we're going to talk about end tactics, cause most games end in the end. So yeah. The end is definitely the best place to fight Dream, but it's also the most dangerous place to fight Dream because that's where he has to go to win. Here's an example of a bad strategy the hunters do when trying to fight Dream.
I'm cutting him off! Cut him!
No, he's coming! No! No!
He's going on the road!
You got it. He's it.
Now you see, if you notice, every single hunter was attacking Dream in the same direction. Now, sit tight while I explain a very complicated combat process of strategy. Alright, so this is kind of complicated, so stay with me here. One person can fight 2 people in front of them at the same time. But, get this, one person cannot fight one person in front of them and one person behind them at the same time. Alright, was that too complicated? Do I need to slow down? Now you might be wondering, what is my super genius idea for how they can get behind Dream to attack him? Well, you see, the answer is still speed potions. Also, if Dream is towering up to one of the obsidian pillars in the end, don't tower up to him. Instead, pearl up to the tower and then attack him from above. Now I'm going to talk about what to do if Dream singles you out. I don't think there's a single person who can take him in a 1v1. So you'd think you should run away. But actually what I think would be the better option is to stand there, shield, hold your ground, try not to engage, but call out to your teammates if they're close enough, and then to get them in a 1v2 situation with one of your teammates behind him, like I said earlier, and then win. And so now that the video is basically over, I'm just gonna give a quick recap on the important things you're gonna need to beat Senior Green Boy. And these are in the order of most to least important. Shields, axes, good armor, good tactics, speed potions, strength potions, crossbows, flint and steel, and then just good enchantments. And so yeah, that's basically the video. So my name is Squid-Boy and your name is going to subscribe. Subscribe now. Do it. Subscribe or I will find you. Subscribe. You haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe now. Do it now. The whales are imploding. It's very bad. Goodbye. I should subscribe to Squid-Boy for more clout-chasing content.